Hey guys, CoolCheese here, and welcome back to another mouse review. In today's review, we're looking at the Lamzu Maya. We have it in this red colorway. It looks really nice. I'm a really big fan of the red, and I just wanted to give my thoughts after around 30, probably closer to 40 hours of use on this mouse. And so, first of all, I think the biggest thing to get out of the way off the rip is the comparison between the Maya and the Viper Mini. Because if I pull up elo shapes real quick, we can see they're very similar, and a lot of people said, oh, the Maya is a Viper Mini clone, myself included. Which, to be fair, I still kind of stand by that. And so let me explain. So if we look at the shape here, the main difference you're going to see is this kind of like where the scroll wheel is towards the front, it's taller. And then also it's just wider in general. This width, in my opinion, is a plus because for me, the Viper Mini was just a little bit too narrow. So I was forced to run some thicker grip tapes that I currently have on my Viper Mini in order to get like a decent grip. Whereas with the Lamzu Maya, that's not a problem for me. And so it being a little wider out, if you see on the model, it looks a lot flatter too than the Viper Mini. And so for me, this is also a good thing because in the hand, it feels like this back hump isn't as big as it is on the Viper Mini. Obviously, that's not the case, but I feel less of it in my palm. And for my aggressive claw / fingertip hybrid, like knuckle claw is what some people call it. Thank you, YouTube comments. That actually helps me a lot. And I really like it because not having that rear fill up too much of my palm allows me to make those adjustments with my fingers much easier than on the Viper Mini. Honestly, the shape is almost a direct upgrade from the Viper Mini for me. I still love the Viper Mini, and if Razer put out a Viper Mini wireless that wasn't the signature edition, I would definitely cop that just because I like the mouse and I just want to have it. But I think overall, shape-wise, I'm leaning more towards the Lamzu Maya. Now, with shape things aside, let's go into the actual mouse. And so what are you getting with this? So as with any Lamzu product, you're getting a bunch of goodies in the box. You get grip tape, you get a very nice cord. In fact, on my main dongle I use for my mouse, for all of my mice actually, I use this USB-C cable for my Atlantis Mini. I'm probably going to replace that with the red that came with here. You get some extra skates, which, speaking on the skates, I don't know what they improved on between the Maya or between the Atlantis Mini and the Maya, but for whatever reason, like I already liked Lamzu skates, like they're very good. You don't need to replace them at all. But the skates in the Maya are absolutely incredible. And not to mention they come in red as well. I don't have the box quite near me, but they're good and they look cool. And so they have a weird ass shape. You can see it on the bottom. These are aftermarket skates I have for Skypad, but the default skates are absolutely incredible for a cloth pad experience. Good for the glass pad too. It's just that I'm testing out some new skates as well. So, you get a lot of goodies. You get the Lamzu experience. Now let's talk about build quality. And like other Lamzu mice, the way that they reinforce these lightweight mice is if you see the PCB actually reinforces the shell. And it even goes all the way back here. This is where the battery is stored. And so in order to save weight and simultaneously having that like tanky feel that a lot of the Lamzu mice have, they use that PCB to reinforce it, and this is no exception on the Maya. The Maya, it feels incredibly well built. There's no creaking, no flexing, no nothing. And for being 45 grams, that is pretty damn good. On top of that, for click quality, the clicks feel nice. I love the Lamzu clicks. These ones have the, I believe they have the blue shell pink dots. They went back from their optical switches to these mechanicals again. And personally, I love that change. The mechanical switches are incredible on Lamzu mice. So for me, it's super light, and in-game, it just feels fantastic. Side buttons, same deal. And scroll wheel, also same deal. I don't know. I have nothing bad to say about the clicks, the build quality at all. Honestly, great. The one thing I will criticize, though, when it comes to the mouse itself, is definitely going to be the coding. And so I'm not someone who's super nitpicky when it comes to coding. I know a lot of people are, that coding is this huge thing. And for me, it really isn't. The way I grip my mice, I kind of have like a loose grip where I move my fingers anyway. And so having a little bit of slipperiness is actually good for the way I am. I know it's weird to say, but like it is. I don't know. If it's too grippy, it's bad for me. And so with that, I still think that they could have done a little bit of a better job at making this coding grippier. Like the Lamzu Atlantis Mini that I have, it's just slightly grippier. And that makes the world of difference. Like, it feels really good to use, really good in the hand, and for the most part, it's like perfect for me. And this is just not quite there. And luckily, the mouse does come with grip tapes, which I did try, which are very good, as usual. But I think, considering their past products, they definitely could have done better with the coating on this mouse. However, maybe that's just an issue for the red unit, and the black unit is better, because I know with some of the other Lamzu mice, the black coating has been better for most skin types. But not necessarily that it's a deal breaker for me. I still use the mouse without grips, just because I think the grips are a little bit too grippy for me. But I definitely would prefer if they had something closer to the Atlantis Mini coating at the very least. And yeah, I guess that's about it. I mean, there's not really much bad to say about this mouse, in my opinion. I think people were kind of going down on this mouse for no reason. Like, sure, it's not the Razer Viper Mini, Razer Viper Mini wireless, but I don't think it was trying to be in the first place. It's its own shape, and it's very slightly different from the Viper Mini, but that change is very noticeable. And I personally really enjoy this mouse. I think it's going to be in my main rotation for the next little bit until something can replace it in that shape archetype, which, I don't know, maybe the Starlight, or not the Starlight, the Ultralight X might fill that void. But I think for getting a mouse like this, if you have an aggressive or knuckle claw grip style like me, so my knuckle comes into contact on the hump, and then my fingers are very far back, I think you're going to like this mouse a lot. I really do. And it's making me really question, do I like this mouse or do I like the X2H more? Will I go back to the X2H when I'm done reviewing Lamzu Maya? I don't know yet. I still have to think about that. But I think at the price, $90, 45 grams, it's just incredible weight to price ratio. And if you like those smaller mice, this is definitely something to pick up. So if you enjoyed the video, appreciate dropping a like and leave a comment if you're considering getting the Lamzu Maya, or if there's any other mouse that you want me to review in the future. Hope all of you have a great rest of your night, and take care, everyone.